it, run, and done.
The light is just so bright.
I want this one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
If they got any violent fish, are these your most violent fish? 36 cents.
I think those are dead. Oh, they're good. Honestly, Chris, if I were to get an animal and not tell my parents, you think they would mind?
Where would you put it? They just got here, what, 5 days ago?
So cute.
Some of them are sleepy. African side-necked turtle. Blimey.
They're so cute.
It's turn signal, idiot.
Chris has road rage. We go to Delta Sun. This is my second time. We don't have these where I live. What does that do?
This is just like a pre-rinse. I love how these guys doing the pressure washing always look so done with their job.
I would be too, standing out in the sun. I could see it at like Green Acres Mall.
Yeah, like a Long Island type thing.
It's already getting funky. Uh-oh. You don't put blue light on a black girl. That's what Beyonce said.
Okay.
I wholeheartedly agree with that statement.
You still look pretty.
I feel like there were more lights. I remember there being like a purple light.
You better get dressed. Today's your first day of school. The ice cover is not advisable.
Baby, like, it's all another flower lane. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. 'Cause baby, like,
I hate styrofoam.
the sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long.
I'm sorry. Did that say it was supposed to take 30 minutes? 3-0? What a sick joke. What a sick...
Okay, you don't need to know.
2,000 years later.
Cause baby, like, it's all another flower lane. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. Cause baby, like, it's all another flower lane. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day.
You see how you see it put red market?
So much trash. I need a vacuum now too. Alright. Let's do a book haul.
Caught me red-handed. I'm a reader. Yep. Got me there. Oh. Why did my laptop just give me a thumbs down for reading?
I love my setup. This is so cute. Okay, pretty much since quarantine I've gotten really into reading and books and whatnot, and if you know me, that's like so boring. If you asked me years ago, I would have said, no, I'm not a reader, I don't like it, it's not my thing. Which is fair, because I think a big reason I didn't like it was because I felt forced to like it. My parents would always try and force that on me and be like, oh, you should read and try and buy me books, and which I am grateful for, but when you're like being forced to do something, it makes you not want to. Fast forward to quarantine, I was scrolling on TikTok, found a book that was really popular, read it, and I was like, wait, this is kind of cool. Reading ain't so bad. And then I kept reading the things by that author. I was like, wait, this is kind of turning me into a reader. So yeah, maybe during quarantine, there's this series that I really love in movie form. If I like watching it, I'm good. I know I'm gonna love reading it because it just gives me all the more info. So I gave it a go. Why am I blending in with the wall? Anywho, yeah, I read the series. fell in love with it all over again because I got more information out of it in book form. And then I kind of just went from there, found like really random books and like sort of niche books, niche topics, random topics. Got into that and then read some other stuff. In the past year, let me consult my Goodreads. Since quarantine, I have read about 25 books and I'm currently reading 8, and I have 67 books that I want to read, which might not seem like a lot to like an avid reader, but for me, that was like a lot. Having gone from practically reading nothing beside like books that I was forced to read during school, or books that I didn't really want to read but kind of forced myself to like now just kind of running through them is like really crazy to me, and I'm kind of proud of myself. And now I'm really starting to like reading, so as a result, I got to go to Barnes & Noble for the first time. And I've been when I was younger, but kind of not by my own choice. Now that I'm older and I'm reading, I was really excited to go and find things that I really like. So I'm gonna show you some of them. Not all, because I want to keep that to myself. Not that it's weird or anything. I'm just gonna show you what I'm really like the most excited to read at this point. So you might have already seen 2 in the back. I'm gonna show you the one on top, not the one on the bottom. The one on the bottom is like a mystery psychological thriller, and that's kind of like a theme for a lot of these. It's gonna be like a thrillery. Oh, that's the other thing. I read a thriller, fell in love. Now I like thrillers, which isn't really that crazy because if you know anything about me, you know that I love horror or thriller movies. So it's not surprising that I would like that in books as well. I got 7 books and then I ordered 2 more from Amazon, plus another one that I'm borrowing from a friend, but I won't be giving that back, so let's call it 8. I'm not robbing them. They said I could have it. I think it was like $130 for 5 books that I bought at Barnes & Noble, $20 to $30 for the other 2 books, so that's about like $150 just on books alone. I bought other stuff. Yeah, I was treating myself, okay, whatever. I know my mom's probably watching me like, she spent how much? But I know she's probably also gonna be proud that I'm like reading books. And that's the other thing too. I don't think people know that I read, and I'm okay with that. I kind of let them believe it because I don't want to have to sit here and explain the things that I read. Reading is something for me, something that I like to do in my free time. I don't have to know everything that I do, you know? So one book that really caught my attention was Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This is like a classic. I've always been drawn to her. I haven't read anything by her, but I know that she's beloved and a classic, and it's like if you're a reader, you have to read something by her. So I chose Jane Eyre. I have some others by her, but I'm pretty excited to read. I like this red sort of stain going on here. It's not quite hardcover, but it's not paperback either. So pretty. The next one I'm really excited to read, and this is like going into that thriller, is the ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. Enough said. Once again, Agatha Christie is pretty iconic in the book world, so I thought I'd give her a try, and the ABC Murders sounded pretty good. The next thing I got, I'm also very excited for, you know, Halloween is coming up, so this is gonna be perfect. I remember reading a story by him in middle school. I think it was The Black Cat that always stuck out to me, so I knew that if I ever did get a book by him or a book that kind of relates to him, that I would have to get one involving the Black Cat, because the Black Cat was wild. So Edgar Allan Poe. It's also kind of that Jane Eyre material. It's just classic stories by him, like not quite paperback but not hardcover either. It's really nice. It's leathery. It feels amazing. The next one I'll show you is The House Across the Lake. I was looking thrillers once again, and the synopsis kind of piqued my interest, and it's a psychological thriller, I believe. So whoa, I just flipped through and saw like the wildest line. Anywho, I'm excited. It's The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and I'm gonna be reading that. So this is gonna be like the last book I show you out of the other half of books that I got. I want to keep it for myself. Perks of Being a Wallflower. Now, I've watched the movie. Once again, it was one of those things where I said to myself, if I would ever read a book, I would want it to be this, or the Edgar Allan Poe, for example. Got in hardcover. I'm just really excited. I mean, it's if you know the story, you know the story, but something that I've always wanted to have in my collection, and now I'm starting it because, yes, I've bought books before, but I've never had like a solid collection. This is actually going to be the start to it. Put it in the shelf, and I'm so excited. But yeah, those are all the books that I'm going to share with you at the moment. If you have any book recommendations, please let me know. I'm really into thrillers at the moment, psychological, but really any thriller. Romance, I like romance. Educational ones, really whatever. I don't know. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you guys like to read. Comment down below.